You may be wondering why I'm underneath a sink in the garage. Well, I'll show you. In a few videos ago, I showed you the plumbing, about how the washer machine drains into it. I figured it out, it's called a standpipe. Drains in here, you've got the trap, but then you've got the connection for the utility sink that's also trapped. Well, I finally put this sink back together, and as everyone recommended, I gave it little shims to raise it up a little bit. And as I turned on the sink, the actual faucet leaks from the valve here that's underneath here. I'm sure it's serviceable. I'm not going to. I'm just going to buy a new one because they're 30 bucks. So we're removing this. I've got to, of course, disconnect all the water connections, yank it out, go get a new one, and put it back together. So that's how my morning's going. And fortunately enough for me, I got a helping hand. Douglas, you here to help? Huh? He doesn't have thumbs, though. No thumbs? No thumbs, so he can't really help too much, but he'll just help by being real close and definitely not in the way at all, that's for sure. All right, got the new one. It's nice little, you know, nothing super fancy. I did get the one with the little sprayer, so that way when, you know, a project bends me over and I need to rinse myself off, you know, I've got a nice little sprayer to do so. Clean this up a little bit, got the workspace a little bit clear, and in the next second or two for you guys, I'll have this put on and hopefully all together. So using the power and magic of self-slave labor and editing, and boom, and voila, it is done. We have hot, ay caliente, and we have cold, frio, I believe. Our little wand works, no leaks. I put screws into the little wood backing here. Also, thanks to the multiple comments and the doctor of pipes, I put little footer shims underneath to raise it up about an inch. And then the little compression fitting here, I don't know what that's called, but it's like a little wedge compression fitting. I unscrewed this, which, you know, there's like a coupler pipe in the middle here, so I raised that up and moved the little compression seal down. We have no leaks. It's looking real good. The water from the dishwasher doesn't sit literally right at the surface, or not dishwasher, washer and dryer, or I guess just washer, but it doesn't sit, you know, used to just sit pretty much like right at that little T. Now it's a good ½ inch down. So we shouldn't have any water coming up whenever the washer drains into the standpipe here. Not that it was a huge deal, but took your guys' advice, put little footers. It's not the most professional thing. I just kind of used what I had. I had some real dense 1-inch foam, so I used a little hot knife, cut off little squares, put some hot glue / adhesive underneath the feeder right there, and it's not going anywhere. It's nice, sturdy, and it's real dense foam, so it's not like I'm gonna crush it. Although I don't recommend putting hundreds of pounds inside this plastic sink anyway. But yeah, nice, easy job for the most part. I was on FaceTime with the pipe doctor just a few minutes ago, and, you know, I was bragging a little bit. You know, I was like, yeah, I got this, the garage, showing him the garage. I was showing him how, you know, I took his advice and I raised the sink. You know, he gave me a little POB, little pat on the back, and then he told me, you know, about, you know, he's got little heat pump options. You know, this Water heater is not super old, but it's definitely not new. I think it's like 9 years old. And then, you know, I was telling him, I was like, man, you know what I really like about this house is I've got this water softener. And, you know, I've noticed recently, not quite soft. And, right, I'm looking this thing over. I was like, well, the light's not on. Oh, and there's no power, right? And then I was like, oh, why is there water down there? And this little bypass valve, I'm assuming, yeah, you can see right there, you know, swing, it is dripping water. The seal back there is not sealing. So that's leaking, which isn't great. Unfortunately, I believe that this little plug here got wet because it was plugged into an extension right underneath the leak. So I'm assuming that this shorted a fuse, or I'm hoping the control board has a fuse, because this outlet, or this little plug power supply, goes directly into the control board. So I'm going to take this apart real quick, see what we can find, get the multimeter out. Of course, as the old pipe doctor said, it's not hump day without a good project right in the middle of it. So let's get this apart, see what we can find. Did a quick little test, got the multimeter out, getting power, obviously from here, I know it's a good power source. Getting power to the plug, I'm not getting power out of the plug. So I've got no power here. That's the direct end of this power cord. I mean, clearly this is broken, so we're just gonna pop her open, see what we see. I think probably just some corrosion. It looks like there's a lot of salt, so I'm assuming that water got in there, salt water, because, you know, salt, water, the leak right above it. So pop her open. Maybe, you know, maybe it just needs a little alcohol clean and it'll be good, but let's find out. Well, I can already tell you that ain't supposed to look like that. You know, I don't have any like bulging capacitors. It's a little mini transformer, I believe. Looks alright. But yeah, that looks like the source of our issue right there. That does not look great. So we found our culprit. The power supply is a goner. But, you know, just kind of goes to show, you know, God forbid I had no idea what I'm doing, which I don't. I've got pretty much 2% of an idea of what I'm doing at all times, but I just, you know, act like I do, and I make it happen. But had I had zero idea of what to do here, right, I'd called someone out. Oh my God, my water softener's not working, it doesn't power on. Yeah, you'd have paid someone, I don't know, probably $150 at least for somebody to come out, look it over, and say, oh yeah, you got a $25 bad power supply. Granted, the seal here in this little bypass valve that you push, it's a goner. But luckily, the previous owner that I bought this house from, and I just wanna tear him a new one. Just installed this, and there is paperwork, so it is pretty much brand new. I'm not gonna call actually. I'm gonna email Ream, because that is a part of the actual water softener. I'm gonna get the new little push seal. I don't know. There's a word for it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna get new seals for it, or just get the whole, because it's just like a little quick connect here. I don't think you can see that, right? You got these little, I forget what they're called. They're like little C-locks. There's a special tool for it. I forget what they're called, but they're like little C-rings. You spread them apart, slide it out. Hopefully that's the last unscheduled project of the day.